Hello everybody and welcome back to Rated E for Entertainment. Today's video is going to be my review of Deadpool 2, which came out over the weekend. I saw it last night. Very excited about this one, super excited. It kind of got muddled because of Infinity War for me personally. It just kind of came out like really fast. I wasn't expecting it, and seeing all the TV spots, it just kind of came really fast, and so was Solo as well for next week. But going into the theater, I was getting really pumped about it. But I'm going to get into it right now with my review. For my thoughts of the first Deadpool, which I have right there, I loved it. The first time I saw it, I loved it so much, but then on different viewings, it kind of dropped a little for me personally. It was just missing something that I couldn't really place, but for what it was and for how they made it, I really, really love that movie. And then going into this one, they get to add more characters, Cable, Domino, the whole X-Force stuff, which was really awesome, and it gets to be bigger and better, in my opinion. But we have Deadpool in this one, just kind of figuring out relationship stuff with Vanessa, who is back in this one. And and then we get to learn about Cable coming in, and he has to save this kid. Really simple plot, but for the most part, it really works. This movie, in my opinion, is funnier, bigger, way more action, and more of a story than the first one. They get to do a lot more because of the budget and different kinds of stuff like that. A different director came onto this one, David Leitch, who did Atomic Blonde and John Wick. It's got a lot more heart as well, especially with the whole Wade Wilson and Vanessa relationship. Their love really works, especially in that first one, and it just moves into this one, and it blends really well. Their love story does take some turns in this one that will definitely surprise people and be a little weird at first, but you will learn what happens. All the actors do a great job. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. I think everyone at this point understands that. It's not, it's the perfect role for anybody ever, and he's amazing in it. Josh Brolin as Cable, coming off of Infinity War as Thanos. I mean, this guy was born to be in superhero movies. He does a great job as Cable. Yeah, I really loved Cable in this movie. Zazie Beetz as Domino does a really well job as well. But she isn't in the movie a whole lot. She does get a good amount of screen time from like the end of the second half to the third act. But she does a great job. So, and then Julian Dennison as Russell / Fire Fist. A little flat at times, but for the most part, he's really, really good in the role. The jokes in the fourth wall breaking, I felt like were better than the first one. I was literally at one scene in this movie crying because it was so funny. I could not stop laughing. And I'll get more into that in the spoiler section, which is after this. And the action was better than the first one as well. As for flaws, at times it doesn't feel like a very cohesive movie. It kind of just feels like different scenes placed. And it kind of gets a little jarring at times for me personally. But for the most part, it works. I love this movie. I feel like for some people it might not work, but if you've seen the first Deadpool and you understand Deadpool and who he is, you will love this movie. As far as grading, I'm from very bad to okay to good to great. I'm going to give Deadpool 2 a great, but it's not for everybody, so be careful with that. So now getting into spoilers, the opening with Vanessa dying was really well done and kind of takes a turn with Wade kind of going into that weird pool thing situation, and kind of heaven maybe. Throughout the film, him kind of seeing Vanessa was really it was jarring at first, but once everything wraps up, I think it's really well done. Um, Deadpool with Colossus and after her death in the X Mansion, and kind of becoming an X Men trainee, was perfect. It was the best thing ever, especially when you get to see like all the X Men in that one room. They kind of close the door slowly. Perfection. I loved it. Cable's story was simple but works really well, especially with Josh Brolin's performance. I thought it was just so amazing. I could have used a little more screen time of maybe him in the future, but I'll take what they gave me. Um, and as for the scene that made me cry with laughter, the X Force, them jumping out of the helicopter, and everyone dying, I was crying like tears. I was crying, especially with the Invisible Man or whatever his name was. Every time it just cut to the parachute, it was hilarious. Love that scene so much. It might be my favorite scene in the whole movie. We get to see the Juggernaut in this movie, which was really cool. Not a big CGI guy, but for the most part, I really liked him. His fight at the end with Colossus was pretty good. Deadpool's death scene at the end, plus the X-Force kind of suit homage, was great, and Cable saving him using his last time travel thing was really well done. I really liked that. And then the end credits with Deadpool kind of gets the time travel device fixed and goes back in time, saves Vanessa, saves the X-Force, and kills himself in X-Men Origins Wolverine. Perfection. I loved it. And I just love this movie. It's a blast. It works really well. Like I said, it's not very cohesive at times, but I mean, if you love the first Deadpool, you're going to love this one. And that's going to be it for my Deadpool 2 review. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at rated_E_4_entertainment. And on Twitter, at rated_E1. I still have to do my update review on certain Blu-rays and DVDs and stuff like that I've gotten over the past few weeks, and collectibles. So be on the lookout for that video. And we have Solo, a Star Wars story, next week. So some exciting stuff to come, and I will see you guys in the next one.